Hi, my name is Reagan. Welcome to the Twisted States podcast. Thank you for joining us for episode 25, Vermont Revisited, the Pigman Northfield, here on Twisted States, where we take a look state by state at some of America's most nefarious killers, elusive cryptids, and bizarre mysteries. So first, a little bit about the state of Vermont. Vermont is a northeastern state known as the Green Mountain State for its forested mountains. It's also known for being a leading producer of maple syrup and has numerous covered bridges. The capital is Montpelier, and its largest city is Burlington, located on Lake Champlain, the home of Champy, the United States answer to the Loch Ness Monster. The state is characterized by its natural beauty, outdoor recreation, and a slower pace of life. It's also the only U.S. state without any buildings taller than 124 feet. So most of the economy there is supported by maple syrup production, dairy farms, breweries, like microbreweries, and tourism. Also larger breweries too, I believe. Anyway, there's a lot of outdoor activities as well, skiing, hiking, things like that. It's pretty laid back. The population as of 2025 is 648,493, making it the second least populated state of the United States. Their motto is freedom and unity. The state bird is a hermit thrush. The state flower is the red clover. And strangely enough, their major export is actually microelectronics. The 14th state admitted to the Union, which happened on March 4th, 1791. So the first humans to inhabit what is now Vermont arrived about 11,000 years ago. Just some hunter-gatherers doing hunting-gathering things. Sorry, my cat's tearing up the couch. And then the oldest human artifacts found there are roughly from that same era. Projectile points found along the eastern shore of the saltwater Champlain Sea. At this time, this was known as the Paleo-Indian period. By about 8,000 years ago, the Champlain Sea became the freshwater Lake Champlain, and the climate became more like temperate, with increased diversity of flora and fauna, and this was the beginning of the Archaic period. By about 4,300 years ago, the forests were as they are today. So we're visiting beautiful Vermont today to talk about the Pigman of Northfield. So yeah, I thought this was an odd one. I had somebody request this a while back, and I've been trying to get to it, but I just haven't recorded an episode in a really long time. A lot of things got put off here and there. Then I felt bad because I didn't get this episode done. Had the research done, I just didn't get it all pulled together. So here I am. We're going to try to get this knocked out. So this is one of your typical urban legend stories. It has several different variations. It's a fluid thing. Like none of it's set in stone. That's what makes these so fun though, right? Chasing back those roots of where each variation came from and seeing why and how they evolved. I love that. So a lot of this is, when I research these kind of things, especially with somewhere like Vermont, I don't live there, and that's opposite side of the country from me. I don't know much about Vermont. I've been there a time or two, but it's been a while. And I think a lot of specific urban legends, anywhere can have them, right? But certain stories fit certain surroundings very well, and I think that this fits the region very well. So let's see what we can get into. And with my outsider's perspective of what's going on with the Pigman Northfield. So my understanding is the most popular version of this that I was able to locate was based around the story of Sam Harris. Sam Harris was a 17-year-old boy who disappeared in 1951. He was last seen gathering supplies for picket night on October 30th. So if you're not familiar with what picket night is, some places call it Devil's Night, Mischief Night. It's the night prior to Halloween where people go and just pull some shenanigans, egging things, toilet papering things, and just being generally obnoxious, as teenagers can tend to be. So apparently he was from Northfield, and he disappeared once again on that night in 1951. Many people take all kinds of interesting weird things, such as that he was abducted by a pig farmer, that he had pissed off, that he was cursed. Whatever happened either created or was caused by the Pigman. There's a little bit of a overlapping weird thing going on there. In 1991, Joseph Citro, sorry, published Green Mountain's Dark Tales, bringing the Pigman in Vermont out into the public eye. Green Mountain's Dark Tales has a collection of different cryptids and urban legend stories from the region and all kinds of places actually. It's really a really cool book. It's worth the read. It's kind of neat. The Pigman is actually really popular, a lot more popular than I even realized. There's an r/no sleep story featuring the Pigman. There was a character in American Horror Story in one of the seasons that was a Pigman. So very fascinating, but you always have the same things happening over and over again. You've got Sam Harris disappearing on picket night, 1951. And then roughly, I believe about 20 years later, in 1971, you have some high school kids. There was like a school dance going on, and there was some kids that went and snuck out to a sand pit that was behind the school. And they were out there drinking and doing whatever high school kids do that are unsupervised, hanging out by the sand pit behind school during a dance. And they saw someone with a pig's head and a body covered in white fur, walking upright like a man. Scared the bejesus out of them. And they immediately ran back to the school and let everybody know. Nobody knows for sure if that was actually Sam Harris, but it was presumed to be. There's lots of tales of people finding gnawed animal bones and things like that in a cave system out next to, located at Devil's Washbowl, which is in the area near Northfield. So, it's all the classic things, that go along with a good urban legend. Missing kid, supernatural type creature or really odd creature that doesn't quite fit into anything that is known. And then most of the teenagers that encounter Sam Harris or the Pigman tend to be doing something they shouldn't be doing, that type of thing. There's also tales that involve kids going out to Devil's Washbowl and searching for the Pigman's lair. They say, the rumor goes, as I heard, that the Pigman lives out at Devil's Washbowl in some of the caves there. And it's been reported that somebody found a cave that looked like it was something that the Pigman was living in, because there were animal remains and things like that, and signs that something was, habitating there. So, one of the stories that's made popular, I believe it was I think it was the r/no sleep one, was that there were some teenagers that went out and they had coupled up. There was a bunch of couples, between 6 and 8 people, so between 3 and 4 couples went out there, and they each had decided to camp out in their own caves. And one of the couples was unfortunate enough to be confronted by the Pigman. Apparently the Pigman came in and hit the young man in the head with a rock and absconded with his body. And they were unable to locate him. A bunch of people looked for him or whatever. And of course there were rumors, much as there were rumors after Sam Harris's disappearance, where people were saying that they had seen this Pigman hybrid creature running around. Somebody claimed they had seen him rummaging through their garbage bins. And that's basically what happened with this guy. Is there was a search party, looking for him, there's all this stuff going on, and this would have happened much later on, because this would have been probably in the 90s, maybe. I'm not real sure on the timeline, but I would say roughly there. And so now you got something from the 50s, from the 70s, from the 90s. It's kind of on the typical cycle of these type of things, where somebody has gone missing, a child, teenager, 17, and then you have that followed up by sightings of someone fitting his description, looking like a pigman, rummaging through trash cans. So yeah, it's kind of that process, it's just kind of over and over again. So there's always going to be the question, was the Pigman Sam Harris? Was the Pigman something that abducted Sam Harris? Is the Pigman still alive? Is the Pigman hiding out in the cave system at Devil's Washbowl? All these years, has the Pigman been able to stay elusive enough that no one has directly encountered it other than some fleeting sightings here and there? Is it supernatural? Is it some kind of just weird anomaly? And there's every kind of version of that, like whether or not somebody was doing something unsavory with pigs that brought this about. So, there's a lot of different, all kinds of different ways that this story has morphed in every direction you could possibly think of. But that's what makes it so fun, because it's like everybody takes this little morsel and builds something else onto it. And look at examples like Bigfoot. There are stories of Bigfoot that go back long before we even coined the term cryptid. There were Native American tales that involved something along those lines in many regions that were heavily densely forested, and there will continue to be, and just like with the Pigman of Devil's Washbowl of Vermont, there are other Pigman stories from around the country and around the world, just like there's also Goatman stories and Dogman, and all these different kind of variations along the same line, and it's almost like a rite of passage to get to the point where you develop these things and believe in these things, or tell these tales, share these stories, whether you believe it or not, share these stories with your friends around, a campfire, at a sleepover, whatever, so it's so fascinating, and it's something that also kind of brings us together in some cool ways, because it's having that want, because part of you wants all these crazy things to be real on some, you know what I mean? But then it's on the other side, it's yeah, but that's really kind of squirrely. There's no way that's actually the thing and actually real. But the pursuit of that truth, and the sometimes having to just understand and accept that sometimes there is no answer or easy answer, or I think you know what I'm saying. Yeah, but that kind of it's like Schrodinger's cryptid. I just really enjoy all of it, and it's really funny because when it comes to cryptids, I went to visit my daughter this past at the end of last year, during the summer, fall summer. When was that? Oh goodness! Oh, it was pretty much getting into fall. Anyway, I went to go visit her, and while I was visiting her, we went to Little Rock to go to a paranormal conference, and I got to sit through a couple of panels with some Bigfoot people, people that are researchers into those types of things and hunt Bigfoot and whatever, and try to find proof and whatnot. And of course, sitting there, me being the diehard skeptic that I am, I was, trying to like really focus on suspension of disbelief and listen to these people talk. And they speak with such authority, and it's entertaining, but at the same time, it's fascinating, and it's also really cool because there are very wonderful communities built around people that either do believe, want to believe, or like me, are really skeptical but will still continue to pursue, that truth of whether it's real or not. And there's these beautiful communities that are created by this, these guys do like these cool trips, like they like camping trips and stuff they go on, and it was like, hey, if you're interested in joining us to go out there or whatever, you're more than welcome to. They're very open, they're very community, they have this knowledge, and like some of the stuff you're like, okay, but at the same time, they put their life into these things, and it's fascinating. And it's also like, even if to me some of it's like goofy or whatever, it's nice to see somebody that's like dedicated themselves to it and kind of doubled down on it, and who am I to say that they're right or wrong just because I'm a skeptic, and the bottom line is they're getting out there in nature, they're seeking out things, they're finding other stuff, there's a lot more to it than just like the Bigfoot thing. Like other species and stuff have been discovered, and we've actually proven that other species that we thought were either extinct or didn't exist at all were real in the process of researching cryptids. So it's not all bad, and it's fascinating to me, to kind of get into all of this and to just have like, and like I said, the fact that it has such a rich community, there's so many people, and there's, and look at all the different like festivals and stuff for all of these different types of cryptids and stuff, like Mothman and stuff, and I love it. I love the, it's like, what if magic is real? What if these creatures are real? What if, there is this menacing thing chasing people around? What if it's not menacing? What if it's just trying to live its life? What if it's, whatever? What if it's some strange breed of something that we just haven't discovered yet? Because there's still those things out there. There's still mysteries left in this world. I don't know. Either way, it's all fascinating to me. I enjoy every single bit of it. I enjoy doing the research for this podcast, and I really would like to step it up and do more and actually take it a lot more seriously than I do, just because I haven't had the time and resources to be able to do that, but mostly just because I really enjoy the community around it and the conversations had. It's really cool. It's really fun. And it's interesting, and it's entertaining, and there's so much more other like stuff involved, and other like science and stuff that can be pulled into it. And then there's also just the storytelling that goes along with it too. So anyway, that was my rant. Just throw that in there. But yeah, I thought this was great, and it's fascinating, and I hope one day to get to go and take a trip to Vermont and check this all out for myself and see if maybe I can have a Pigman sighting. I think that would be fascinating. It would be really fun to get to do, and it's on my list of places to go visit and try my luck at seeing a cryptid in person. Anyway, and I'll of course have to go stop by and see if I can spot Champy along the way. So there it is, episode 25, Twisted States. I did it, and there will be more to come, and I'm trying to not let as much time pass in between episodes. I'd like to get back to a schedule again, because I really do enjoy making these episodes. So thank you for listening, watching, however you're consuming this, and it's been really weird putting my face on the screen, because I've had a really rough life. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm trying to get better, and I'm trying to be here, and It's okay to let yourself get a little distracted. There's a lot going on in the world. It's important to stay informed, but it's also important to think about your own mental health and care in the process. So, yeah, just insane. Anyway, check out my Patreon. You can join as a free member, and there's a Twisted States YouTube channel these get uploaded to as well. And I also do some vlogs and stuff over on my Patreon, and I have Disruptive Girl, my Instagram, and my YouTube. You can check me out there. I'm trying to get everything centralized to Patreon, and like I said, I do have you can join as a free member, and free members get access to everything. I don't have much paywalled. I don't have anything paywalled right now. In the future, I will. But right now, it's all just available to all of my members. And all my vlogs and stuff will be on Patreon. If you're interested in miniature content, and I do also do some cryptid minis. I'm working on doing some more of those because I really find that fun and enjoyable. All of that content goes on YouTube as well, on my Disruptive Girl channel. So I'm going to end this here. Thank you for watching, listening, however you're consuming this, and have a wonderful tomorrow's Monday. Yikes. Have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next time. This has been Reagan. Twisted States, doing the thing. Bye.